I heard some of they songs my father used to sing t'other day on the wireless, no.
Ah? Who was singing they then?
Oh, some group called, they were called the Yippies or something like that, I think.
Oh, I wouldn't mind seeing they myself. A true-bred country chap, me father comes from Wareham. Mother, she's got some more like I, and well knows how to rear. Some folks calls I bacon paste, and others term it egg.
That's true.
But I can prove I bain't no fool, though I be country bred. For I can flour, milk a cow, I can reap or sow. I'm as fresh as a daisy that grows in the field, and they call I Buttercup Joe. They nobbies well, they laugh and chaff to see I eat fat bacon. They wouldn't touch such country stuff, but that's where they're mistaken. On wine and grog they do their airs, and lord it at their ease. But give I fat pork from the sty, or a lump of bread and cheese. For I can flour, milk a cow, I can reap or sow. I'm as fresh as a daisy that grows in the field, and they calls I Buttercup Joe. Now bain't it prime in summertime when we goes out haymaking. The lassies, they will all turn out and freedom will be taken. They likes to get us country chaps, of course, in harmless play. They likes to get us country chaps and roll us in the hay. For I can flour, milk a cow, I can reap or sow. I'm as fresh as a daisy that grows in the field, and they calls I Buttercup Joe. Now have you seen my pretty maid? They calls her our Mary. Her work's as busy as a bumblebee, and Farmer Jones is dairy. And don't she make they dumplings noise? Be Jove, I means to try 'em. And ask her if she'd like to wed with a country chap like I am. For I can flour, milk a cow, I can reap or sow. I'm as fresh as a daisy that grows in the field, and they call I Buttercup Joe.
I were brought up on cider, and I be 102. Me mother and father be Justine the Pink. They was brought up on cider too.
Fill up the cider cup, have another round. Of all the drinks in England, no better can be found.
There lies a little farmhouse away across the moor, where lives old Farmer Wilkins, he's nearly 74. Of orchards and of meadows, the young's a tidy few, and cider such as he can make no other man can brew.
So fill up the cider cup, have another round. Of all the drinks in England, no better can be found.
This grand old man is lusty, nimble and still spry. He'll shinny up an apple tree and then twinkle out an eye. He says an apple daily keeps the doctor from the door, and several pints of cider's a far more healthy cure.
So fill up the cider cup, have another round. Of all the drinks in England, no better can be found.
A farmer likens apples to some people that should meet. The choice ones can be sour and the plain ones can be sweet. But put them all into a press, give them one big squeeze. You'll come up with a mixture that is guaranteed to please. So
fill up the cider cup, have another round. Of all the drinks in England, no better can be found.
Over the churchyard wall the apple branches lean, and ripen off the burdens golden, red and green. In autumn the apples fall and with great fun fly. There I must meet this farmer when 'tis time for me to die.
So fill up the cider cup, have another round. Of all the drinks in England, no better can be found.
I roots are in the countryside, my heart is here to stay. Now my trunk is failing, my limbs begin to sway. I hope that when I've fallen and my life is at an end, you'll lay me 'neath the branches and drink to your old friend. So
Fill up the cider cup, have another round. Of all the drinks in England, no better can be found. Fill up the cider cup, have another round. Of all the drinks in England, no better can be found.
Oh, your old Harry Toombs have passed away.
Ah, and there's some 'll be glad to see the day. But he'll never be forgotten.
No.
'Cause he were bloody rotten.
Yeah.
Still, he weren't all bad, I dare say.
No, he weren't all bad, bless his soul.
We spent 30 years on the dole,
Ah.
and 20 more inside.
Well, he weren't a man with pride. No. He weren't all bad, bless his soul.
No, he weren't all bad, bless his boots.
He were always causing squabbles and disputes,
Oh,
and stirring up a brawl.
But he never fought at all.
Never fought
No.
at all.
He weren't all bad, bless his boots.
No, he weren't all bad, bless his hide.
I know there were times when he lied, and lying I detest.
But his stories were the best. No.
Best.
He weren't all bad, bless his hide.
No, he weren't all bad, bless his heart.
We money, he were very loath to part.
But when his missus drowned, wow, then he bought around.
Then he bought her.
No, he weren't all bad, bless his heart.
No, he weren't all bad, rest his soul.
But I reckon he's down the deep and fiery hole.
And that should work out well, 'cause he'll give the devil hell.
Ah,
He weren't all bad, rest his soul.
This is the track bed of the old Somerset and Dorset, the S&D lines. Yeah.
Did they used to call that the slow and dirty?
Swift and delightful, I think, really.
It's more like it.
So what was so special about the S&D then?
Well, it was a lovely run, wasn't it? The holiday makers used to come down from Masher down to Bournemouth. I mean, look, countryside is lovely, fantastic. And they closed it in March 1966, rapidly. Lots of protests, but
Didn't do any good, did it?
not a bit of good. I mean, it's lovely its own way. There's butterflies and flowers and things, but I can't help thinking we missed out, really, somehow.
Yep.
Yeah. Great shame.
We had a railway line some years ago. It might have been dirty, might have been slow. Now that it's gone, it affects you and me. Everyone misses the old S&D. Everyone misses the old S&D. Through the loveliest landscapes of England it rolled, past woodland and meadow and cornfields of gold. Bath running south 70 miles to the sea, a beautiful beautiful ride was the old S&B. A beautiful ride was the old S&B. There's museums and theme parks around us today, tempting the tourists and trippers to stay. A pity the planners were too blind to see the biggest attraction, the old S&B. The biggest attraction, the old S&B. Through Somerset and Dorset they called all the fray, no matter the size, no matter the way. Helping the farmers in our industry, everyday jobs for the old S&B. Everyday jobs for the old S&B. Next time you're stuck on the Evercreech Road, behind an Arctic with a 40-ton load, think how much pleasanter living would be if they'd only develop the old S&B. If they'd only develop the old S&B. They knocked down the bridges and took out the track, and everyone knows that there's no going back. There's little remaining for posterity, but we'll always remember the old S&B. We'll always remember the old S&B. Where locos once ran, there are houses instead. The sleepers now lie in a much softer bed. Do they rest contented or doze fitfully, disturbed by the ghosts of the old S&B? Disturbed by the ghosts of the old S&B. We had a railway line some years ago. It might have been dirty, might have been slow. Now that it's gone, it affects you and me, and everyone misses the old S&B. Everyone misses the old S&B.
Uno, 2, 3, 4. Oh,
Everyone's off to España, off to the sun, the sea. I wonder why they all go there. All siesta, no fiesta. Can't understand what they're saying.
Caballero!
Oh, the Colen-CC. I like it where they talks only.
Where's that?
Hostel Dorset for me.
I did a little, I, quack, quack, quack. I did a little, I, quack, quack, quack. I did a little, I, quack, quack, quack. Hostel Dorset for me.
I went to a typical cafe for some of their real English tea.
Just like a mum
It came in a glass with a lemon, tastes like poison and got flies on. They gave me a great big paella, a rice pudding bubble and squeak. I bought a load home for me rhubarb, and it grew 7 feet in a week.
I did a little, I, quack, quack, quack. I did a little, I, quack, quack, quack. I did a little, I, quack, quack, quack. Hostel Dorset for me.
I met a dark-eyed senorita who danced the flamenco with me. She laughed when me castanets tangled, but I mangled her fandango. I asked her to meet me by moonlight, along by the old harbour wall. But she came with her mother, her father, her brother, and Uncle Tom Cobley and all.
I did a little, I, quack, quack, quack. I did a little, I, quack, quack, quack. I did a little, I, quack, quack, quack. Hostel Dorset for me. I did a little, I, quack, quack, quack. I did a little, I, quack, quack, quack. I did a little, I, quack, quack, quack. Hostel Dorset for me. Oh, ah.
Well, there you are. Who needs Spain when you've got Costa del Dorset right here on your doorstep? Look at that. Weymouth on a beautiful sunny September's morn. Just right for a trip along the Dorset coast to Swanage. And we're going on the Waverley, which is the last sea-going paddle steamer in the world. This was a day out organised by St. John's Ambulance. All ship shape and Bristol fashion. He always were a tidy boy. Whoops, steady on, Bonnie, you haven't left shore yet.
If one of the party organisers contact the captain, please.
rises way, hey, up she rises way, hey, up she rises early in the morning. Over the hills and o'er the main, land is Portugal and Spain. Queen Anne commands and we'll obey. Over the hills and far away.
At the drumbeat stop again, for all true soldiers, gentlemen, so let us listen, march, I say, over the hills and far away.
Over the hills and o'er the main, land is Portugal and Spain. Queen Anne commands and we'll obey. Over the hills and far away.
All gentlemen that have a mind to serve a queen that's good and kind, come list and enter into pay, and over the hills and far away.
Over the hills and o'er the main, land is Portugal and Spain. Queen Anne commands and we'll obey. Over the hills and far away.
Is 40 shillings on the drum for them that volunteers to come, with shirts and coats and present pay, and over the hills and far away.
Over the hills and o'er the main, land is Portugal and Spain. Queen Anne commands and we'll obey. Over the hills and far away.
What though friends our absence mourn, we with honor will return, then we'll sing both night and day, over the hills and far away.
Over the hills and o'er the main, land is Portugal and Spain. Queen Anne commands and we'll obey. Over the hills and far away. Over the hills and o'er the main, land is Portugal and Spain. Queen Anne commands and
village halls looking for a treasurer.
I thought they hired one a couple months ago.
Ah, that's the one I'm looking for.
Your old Mrs. Arden have had her new baby.
Ah, he'd have looked just like his father.
What? Lying on his back with a bottle in his mouth?
Ah.
On the first day of August, we mustered all hands to bail up our Stromy boys. Them was our plans. With our tractors and our trailers, we made a fine sight, and we thought we'd have the job done by 5 that night. Well, some bales are cuboid with a lovely flat side. They stay where they're put, me boys, they won't slip or slide. But our bells were rounded like a ginormous pill, and we started to make them at the top of the hill. After 2 hours of toiling, we stopped for a while. Those bales looked so good, me boys, it made us to smile. But when we turned round for to start work again, 'twas then we heard a rumble like a mighty freight train. We looked at Pete's stomach, we thought 'twere to blame. We looked toward the sky, me boys, but no lightning came. I looks toward the hilltop, and then I did shout, oh, take to your heels, me boys, it's time to bail out. Well, the first bale hit the second, and that hit the third. They come down the hill, me boys, in a thundering herd. I said to my comrades, I bid you take heed. If we take our wellies off, we'll make much more speed. We dived in the ditch as they roared overhead. They were doing the ton, me boys, we thought we were dead. They bounced off the hedgerow and didn't come down. Then to our consternation, went straight for the town. Well, the copper at the crossroads, he told them to halt. If they took no note, me boys, it was not his fault. The mayor looked quite baleful as they trashed his new car, and then they trundled into the Crown Public Bar. Well, bottles and barrels went flying through the air. The customers and staff, me boys, cried out in despair. The landlord said sternly, you can't do that here. You've rolled up my carpet and flattened my beer. The landlord said with feeling, this is the last straw, and we were brought up, me boys, before the law. The judge said, I'm tempted to send you to jail, but no, on second thoughts, I release you on bail. Well, you've been very patient, for which I thank you. Come back next week, me boys, for episode 2. There's truth in some legends and old country tales, but this one, I can tell you, is a load of old bells.
My grandfather's clock was too large for the shelf, so it stood 90 years on the floor. It was taller by half than the old man himself, though it weighed not a pennyweight more. It was bought on the morn of the day that he was born. It was always his treasure and pride, but it stopped short, never go again when the old man died. 90 years without slumbering. Tick-tock, tick-tock, his life seconds numbering. Tick-tock, tick-tock, but it stopped short, never to go again when the old man died. In watching its pendulum swing to and fro, many hours had he spent while a boy. And in childhood and manhood the clock seemed to know, and to share both his grief and his joy. For it struck 24 when he entered in the door, with a blooming and beautiful bride. But it stopped short, never to go again when the old man died. 90 years without slumbering. Tick-tock, tick-tock, his life seconds numbering. Tick-tock, tick-tock, but it stopped short, never to go again when the old man died. My grandfather said that of those he could hire, not a servant so faithful he found. For it wasted no time and had but one desire, at the close of each week to be wound. For it kept in its place, not a frown upon its face, and its hands never hung by his side. But it stopped short, never to go again when the old man died. 90 years without slumbering. Tick-tock, tick-tock, his life second numbering. Tick-tock, tick-tock, but it stopped short, never to go again when the old man died. It rang an alarm in the dead of the night, an alarm that for years had been dumb. And we knew that his spirit was blooming for flight, that his hour of departure had come. Still the clock kept its time with a soft and muffled chime, as we silently stood by his side. But it stopped short, never to go again when the old man died. 90 years without slumbering. Tick-tock, tick-tock, his life second numbering. Tick-tock, tick-tock, but it stopped short, never to go again when the old man died. Yes, it stopped short, never to go again when the old man died.
Here, old Charles bought one of their new silicon chip hearing aids. He's so small you can hardly see him.
Ever? Marvellous, innit? Do it work all right?
11:30.
Here, I said old George t'other day, he were walking like a crab.
'Tis the new pills he be on.
They have side effects now. You're as glad as your oldest sister. Who'd have come after she then?
Perce Harris, Fred Smith, and all the village football team.
How did old Bert lose all the fingers on his right hand?
Why, he stuck 'em in the horse's mouth to see how many teeth he had.
Then the horse closed his mouth to see how many fingers Bert had.
Down the lanes of childhood land of summer. Where have you and Judy gone? Gone to join the swelling ranks of things that we look back upon. Memory can conjure you from dreams of summer days, but the Punch and Judy man is gone forever. Mr. Punch and Judy man, bring me back the childhood land of summer. Mr. Punch and Judy man, bring me back the childhood land of summer.
Here we are in the village of Godmanstone, outside the Smith's Arms, reputed to be England's smallest inn. Let's go and find out, shall we?
Your room for the little one in there? Hang on, look, kind truth. Yep. John Foster.
Amen.
Famous landlord of a very famous pub. Now, I know you don't do bed and breakfast, but some years ago, apparently, the chap who lived here had an offer he couldn't refuse.
That's right, you. That were old King Charlie, see? Bought a bit of crumpet here, lad. Wanted a drink, and that's why they give him the license, because they couldn't have none, see?
Good for Charlie. Good for Charlie. I suppose it's very handy, really, having a pub this size, because, you know, if you get a bit legless, there's no room to fall over, is there?
That's right, you. Yeah, they'd hold each other up in here, see?
Years ago, they used to reckon that if you leapt over the broomstick with your lady friend, you was married. Ah, it's cheap and cheerful, I suppose, and a lot easier than leaping over a Hoover.
them chickens. No eggs would they lay.
We had some chickens.
No eggs would they lay. And I said, honey, this sure ain't funny. We're losing money. No eggs would they lay.
Just then a rooster
came into our yard,
and he caught them chickens
right up to their guard. They're laying eggs now, just like they used to, ever since that rooster came into our yard.
We had some moo cows.
No milk would they give.
We had some moo cows.
No milk would they give. And I said, honey, this sure ain't funny. We're losing money. No milk would they give.
Just then that rooster
came into our yard,
and he caught them moo cows
right up to their guard. They're giving eggnog instead of milk now, ever since that rooster came into our yard.
We had some elephants.
No tusk will they grow.
We had some elephants.
No tusk will they grow. And I said, honey, this sure ain't funny. We're losing money. No tusk will they grow.
Just then that rooster
came into our yard
With a ladder.
and he caught them elephants right off of their guard. They're giving eggs now of solid ivory ever since that rooster came into our yard. If you want that rooster, come round to our yard.
Your doctor put I on a new diet. Got to have a lot more vegetable oil.
Do it work?
We ain't lost no weight, but he don't squeak quite so much. Bet you don't know why things that have got milk in them.
Oh, that's easy. There's ice cream, butter, cheese.
And 2 cows.
We had a burglar break into our house last night.
Did he get anything?
Ah, he did. His missus thought her he coming home late.
Beautiful view, isn't it?
Ah, lovely, innit?
If he's had the ploughing, sowing, harrowing and mowing and pay tax on it, he wouldn't look so good, would he?
No.
My mother's left with her 5 children. I fear no work if you'll give me employ to plough and sow, to reap and mow, and be a farmer's boy, and be a farmer's boy. The farmer said, I'll try the lad, no further let him see. Oh yes, dear father, the daughter cried as the tears ran down her cheeks. For them that'll work, it's hard to want and wander for employ, to plough and sow, to reap and mow, and be a farmer's boy, and be a farmer's boy. At length the boy became a man, the good old farmer died. He left the land, the farm he had, and the daughter for his bride. And now the boy a farmer is, and he smiles and thinks with joy on the lucky day he came that way, to be a farmer's boy, to be a farmer's boy, to plough and sow, to reap and mow, and be a farmer's boy, and be a farmer's boy.
Here, old Charles bought one of these there new silicon chip hearing aids. So he's so small you can hardly see him.
He's tiny. He is. He's tiny. What a little thing. Look at the size he is.
They closed it, of course, in March 1966. Great shame, really. I mean, it's pretty enough, isn't it? Look at the flowers and the butterflies, but I can't think we were missing out somewhere along the line.
Definitely missing out.
I don't know, well.
No, he weren't all bad, bless his boots. He were always causing squabbles and disputes and stirring up a brawl.
But he never fought at all.
Never fought.
No, he weren't all bad. Bless his boots.
No?
He wants to start fighting, so how the bloody hell he managed to do that?
Whenever you're ready.
Where are we singing from?
Hey, well, just cut 3, 2, 1, go. Sailing in snow, all solid ivory.
Nope, he weren't all bad, bless his boots.
Fills up another egg, huh?
Want to fry the boil?
Doctor put I on a new diet. Got to have a lot more vegetable oil.
Do it work? We ain't lost no weight, but he don't squeak quite so much.
Nearly.
Oh yeah, it's fine.
Now have you seen my pretty maid? They call her our Mary. Her work's as busy as a bumblebee in Farmer Jones.
Hang on, I'll go and get some. Don't die!